Alright, according to this thing, Blue Jays are about 5.5, Yankees 8.5, Red Sox 9.5, and pretty much Tampa Bay, they suck. 15 games back already. Holy crow.
Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this three-game set. That'll come your way in mere moments, but first we'll take a look at the Topps Player Spotlight. Sean Parks is in the glow. As last game, he did something many people had thought impossible. He tied the Major League record for consecutive games with a hit. Today, he will attempt to break that storied mark.
Yeah, Matty, we're all really fortunate to be here to watch this one. If he gets just one base hit, he will break arguably one of the most prestigious records in baseball, if not all of American sports. And who better than him to do it? He's been so darn impressive through this whole process, and not just on the field. He has dealt with the added attention very well and obviously hasn't let it get to him mentally.
That's right, EK. I can't say enough about the way he's gone about his business over these last couple of months. With all the pressure that he's faced, he still is so dialed in. I mean, I don't think a hurricane ripping through this stadium right now could alter his focus at all. He has a chance to...
Alright, this one breaks Joe DiMaggio's record.
Now from the land of 10,000 lakes, we've got afternoon baseball from Target Field in Minneapolis. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Minnesota Twins. It's Twins baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. With that, here's how Buck Showalter lines his Orioles up in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Yeah, you know, I think everyone's just waiting for Adam Jones to come alive. He's really in a slump, hitting less than 200 in his last 10 games. Opposing pitchers have had his number, and he needs to mix up his approach in the box if he wants to get out of it.
Ricky Nolasco gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, take a look at that whip. Around 1.3, which is pretty much league average. So he's been very serviceable all year long.
Gomez is there, and it's a first pitch out to start the ball game. So striding in, number 34, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line. Here comes Arcia. And that retires the side. Dang it. Orioles strand a couple. It remains. John Ryan Murphy set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moving under it, Parks makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Welcome back to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Time now for the third inning to get underway from Target Field. Brian Dozier, the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double. So they'll try to make something of this fourth inning. Sean Parks will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
And this is handled easily, so quickly 2 are gone here to start the 5th. Miguel Sano will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances.
You tied him, but that's it.
Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Sean Parks will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. He could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Well, this is pulled in by the shortstop. Eddie Rosario will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Parks ranging back. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. So he's just a third of an inning. Sean Parks struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
Arcia going back. It's out of here, and they've taken the lead in the 9th. Santa Maria. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 37 on the year, and the Orioles surge ahead 2-1.
And that is going to absolutely silence his crowd. We've seen him doing this all year long. When his guys are in the hole, he's been the one that come to the rescue. And
barely got out.
So the Orioles were lucky enough to get a good start out of this guy, Jake Peavy. He's our tops player of the game.
I'm all over the place. Wow. Alright, no decision already. Jeez. 37 homers on the year.
Friday night baseball now from Fenway Park here in Boston. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. With that, here's how Buck Showalter lines his Orioles up in this one. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference maker in this game.
Sean Parks will stand in now. He homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
And a high strike there, 0-1. Eric Karros, this Red Sox ball club, entering play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run.
That just rolled to a fan.
2-run shot to straightaway center. 38th home run of the season for him, as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing.
58 games.
Leading off the inning,
wow.
Rusney Castillo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Wonder if there's anything for getting like 100.
Swung on and hit deep to left center. Parks ranging back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. So he's into second base here. Xander Bogaerts will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Parks comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning. Sean Parks is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out. So 2 gone now here in the Red Sox fourth. And standing in now, the versatile Pablo Sandoval. 2-1, here it is. And that's lifted the other way out to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More in a moment. Into the box, Rusney Castillo. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Anybody know
he had a chance to put him away. Had him down 0-2. Tried to get him to chase a couple of times, but he wouldn't do it. And he winds up making contact on a good...
Just because I know they got
Xander Bogaerts will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances.
Years ago, they had more. They had, let's see,
hit sharply on the ground to the left. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Minnesota, the Triple H Stone.
Yeah, he's a pitch away from heading back to the dugout. 2 strikes, 2 outs. He just...
Mookie Betts will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning.
After this game, I'm still going to watch them. I had an idea.
Oh, this is in the air to deep left field. And he's not going to get there. It's over his head. 1 run scores. And not in time as the 2nd run scores. Sean Parks will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Now a swing, and he pops him up.
Drop back.
Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man. Pablo Sandoval will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
I keep saying that, but still.
Rusney Castillo digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Here's a fly ball well hit, and that'll be off the green monster in left. Number 7 will be the batter. 1 for 2 thus far. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Parks is there, and the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And the go-ahead run will score on the sacrifice fly. Mookie Betts steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. High and deep to left center field. Parks racing back, and this one is gone. A home run. Sean Parks will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight. First pitch of the at-bat. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Belted high in the air out to left. Castillo going back on it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. A tightly contested ball game here, so it makes it hard to find our top player of the game, but I think this fellow right here would seem to be the logical choice.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout.
Have an all-star game in an old-school stadium. Oh, Felix Hernandez is on the hill. Oh, boy. This time I'm trying to throw a complete game.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. The Midsummer Classic between the National League All-Stars and the American League All-Stars. D. Gordon heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Leading off for the National League, second baseman, D. Gordon.
Sends that one out of play for strike one.
First pitch, 105.
Hernandez gets the sign. Coming at him with the 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Kane is under it. Makes the play, one away. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of those sinking fastballs, so you've got to look for the ball to get up in the zone. If you swing at anything down, you're going to be rolling over pitches, and it's hard to get a rally started if you're hitting into double plays all day.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ready with the 0-2. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. With a moment now, let's take a look here at the lineup defensively for the American League. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, Josh Donaldson is an MVP-type player because of his offense, but his defense is just as superb. He makes great plays, very athletic, and some of the things he does on a baseball field.
And the third baseman makes the play. That ends the inning. So they're set down 1-2-3 by King Felix in the first. It's the National League nothing. American Leaguers coming to bat. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Steve, what's the key for them here today?
You got to be swinging at good pitches. Avoid wasting at-bats by going out of the strike zone on this guy.
Here comes the second baseman, Jose Altuve, to get things kicked off in the home half of inning number 1.
Second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Harper on the run. He's there and records the first out. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Steve, how do they send these fans home happy here today?
Well, I think it's going to be really important to understand the pitcher that they're facing and make the adjustments as the game goes along. If this guy's in the zone, then be aggressive. Go up there hacking. But if he's trying to be effectively wild within the strike zone, then you got to be a little more patient and work the count.
And that is through into center field for a one-out single.
Yeah, plenty to worry about now with only one out. Not only do you have a dangerous hitter on deck, but you've got a real speedster over there at first, so he could very well be on the move here.
Kane runs. Fly ball heading for the alley. Pollock giving chase. But he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. The runner from first crosses the plate, and he will pull into third with an RBI triple. And Trout will make it around to third base. He's in with a triple.
Batting fourth,
Nelson Cruz will stand in, looking to make this a 2-0 game if he can perhaps get a ball airborne.
Yeah, you've got to put the ball in play right here. A ground ball would probably work as well, as long as you don't hit it too hard right at a corner guy.
And that'll get down out there. Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game.
So smart here at the plate. You can see he's not trying to hit the ball out of the park. There are times for that, but here he's got a guy out there on third, so this is just a short, compact swing. Just looking to get that run home. He's able to get the job done.
And that'll get over the wall, so forget about sending the runner. It'll be second and third now with only one away.
And you wonder, if that ball doesn't pop over the wall, do they try and send him from third base? Well, we'll never know, because there'll be runners at second and third now following that ground rule double.
I just do, and I think it just did. Okay, it did what I just think it did. Boom.
The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. The run scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. And he is into second base with a 2-run double.
batting seventh.
And this latest double right here should be the one that finally chases this guy. I mean, he's pretty clearly not right out there. And I would be absolutely shocked if they don't come out and hook him right now.
Here's Manny Machado now, as he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Boy, he has really taken a pounding out there. That's 6 hits now he's given up in just this inning alone, and it's beyond time for a change. You've got to get him out of there.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Arenado will look this one in, and that's out number 2. Salvador Perez stands in with another first-inning RBI opportunity in store.
Yeah, and this has been an impressive first inning for these guys, and you know they'd love to tack one on here.
This is hit high and deep out to left. Back goes Stanton. Gone. A fence scraper, but still good for 3 runs. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left as this lead swells to 7-0.
I don't quite know what the reasons are here behind this. Obviously, you give a lot of credit to the guys swinging the bats, but rare is the ball game where you can put a whooping on a guy like this. I mean, you might see this once a season.
Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound. And the hook's coming with him, as that'll be all for Max Scherzer. Jacob deGrom will come on now to try and sort this mess out, as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. Jose Altuve will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
7 runs have crossed the plate in the inning. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Stanton is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. The final damage here, 10 come to the plate, 7 runs score. Giancarlo Stanton will stride forward to lead it off, and I'd imagine he'll do so with some tired legs after being out in the field for that last half inning.
Yeah, that was a killer. He could probably use a minute or 2 on the bench, but he gets pressed right back into action here.
Hernandez into the windup. 0-1 pitch on its way. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, that's another pitch right down the middle, though. So he's gotten away with it so far, but I think he's given him a little bit too much to hit here.
Now a swing and a miss, and Stanton is down on strikes for round number 1.
And, you know, it's pretty safe to say that anytime you give a guy 7 runs of support here in the first half of the ballgame, he's probably going to be okay out there. And he gets the first out of this inning here.
Anthony Rizzo is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Well, tough to start a game much better than this. He's run through these first 5 guys pretty easily. This is already his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Looks like he's in it for the long haul here.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Left side, Donaldson's there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a strong inning there for Felix Hernandez. Lorenzo Cain will start things off in the home second, and they got to be licking their chops after that first inning output.
Yeah, and I think if you're a guy getting your second at-bat of the game and it's only the second inning, you know things are going pretty well.
Stanton is underneath this one. 1 pitch, 1 away. Mike Trout strides into the box, and let's see if he can keep it going after the RBI triple his first time up.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
This is line to left, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Well, these guys aren't wasting a whole lot of time up there. But they've taken an aggressive approach here early in the count, and it's paid off for them through the first few innings.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Trout around third. He can move. In to score is the runner from first. It's 8-0. And he is in there with an RBI triple.
Third baseman number 20, Josh Donaldson.
I'll tell you what, there aren't a whole lot of ballparks in this league where that isn't a home run. I mean, he had to hit that thing a good 400 feet plus, but at least he'll have 3 bases to show for it.
Josh Donaldson strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today, and let's see if they can keep it going.
No way. That's crazy.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollock has a play. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Good work there to pick up that second run of the inning. He just gets the ball airborne, and it's plenty deep enough to pick up the RBI.
Into the windup and the pitch. In the air now, out to left. Stanton on the run, but he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again.
Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. Oh, and he ignores the third base coach and heads for home. And he is out on a close play as he was trying to stretch it all the way.
So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Buster Posey will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Chopped weakly to the left. Right to Donaldson. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting 8.
Striding into the box, A.J. Pollock, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
And he'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third.
I thought for a second that this might make a dent in both the hit and the run column, but he didn't quite get all of it. It's probably the best swing, though, they've had so far.
Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Perfect game.
Yeah, that's a 2-out hit here in the third inning.
Hey, I'm probably going to get some sleep anyway.
Guy out of his early comfort zone.